All right, next game up, we got the Tennessee Titans at the Houston Texans. I believe the Titans are at the Texans, or is it the other way? It doesn't really matter. Home field doesn't matter anymore. But yes, the Tennessee Titans at the Houston Texans. The Titans are favored by 3 points, and the over-under is 55. I believe just 55, not 55.5. I think it's just 55. But that seems a little high to me, honestly. Here, I'm going to go the under. Bet the under here. It's just the Titans with all the COVID stuff, and the Texans are just not a very good team. I just think that's a stretch to see them score more than 55 points. I don't know why it's that high. I know the Titans are a very good surprise this year and are scoring well. Derrick Henry's a beast. Tannehill has just had a career surge in Tennessee that no one expected. But I don't think they can carry, and Deshaun Watson's great. I just don't think they'll go over 55. I think that's a little high, so I'd bet the under here. Let's go under for once, you know. I'll admit it this time. I'm scared to go over. Life's not that short, so I'll bet the under this time. You know, I always say life's too short to bet the under, but let's bet the under here. Let's be honest. It's the Titans at the Texans. Will they score 55? I don't know. I mean, Deshaun Watson, I love him on the Texans. Let's start there. I love Deshaun, and he scored a crap load of points last week. He had a humongous game. I think he was in the 40s. I said that. I said he was going to go off and prove to everyone, like, after Bill O'Brien left, and everyone seemed to hate him and want to argue with Bill O'Brien. Bill O'Brien seemed to be the problem. I heard J.J. Watt got in a big argument, blew up at him. So... and once Bill O'Brien's gone, look at this crazy shadow. I don't know. So once Bill O'Brien's gone now, it seems like the Texans are playing better and are happier just in general as people. So I think Deshaun Watson will have another big game. I like David Johnson out of the backfield to have another big game. He had a big game last week. Again, David Johnson's, like I said, he's been quietly playing really good. You know, everyone says that was a rip-off, that trade. The Cardinals got a better deal when they got Hopkins, and maybe they did. Hopkins has been tearing it up with Kyler Murray like expected, but David Johnson's playing good for the Texans. He's actually playing quietly very good. Like, his demeanor is quiet. He's quietly playing very good. So I like David Johnson to have a pretty big game here. I like Deshaun Watson to have a big game. But I don't know, like Will Fuller, yeah, he might have a big game. But the Titans are good defensively, kind of, you know, in the secondary and against the Titans are solid defensively. You know, they don't get maybe enough respect as they deserve. So I think Will Fuller, though, probably breaks free and has a good game here. He's so boom or bust, like, because he's got to break free and beat someone basically on a go route to score. So it's always so risky betting that Will Fuller has a big game, because it seems he usually has 25 or 30, or he has 0 or 2 points or some shit. So it's so tough to guess, but I'm gonna guess he gets long and he does score here. He's been having a little hot streak of sorts. He's been a few weeks now. Will Fuller's been scoring. I like him to be more consistent, so I think Will Fuller will score some points here. Just because Deshaun Watson's going to want to keep playing so great, and you know, he seems happier, and he just tore it up last week. So I think Deshaun Watson will at least get Will Fuller some points in here. You know, and besides that, what do they got though? Randall Cobb. You know, I don't know. And their backup running back Duke Johnson, though's been catching some passes. He's been stepping it up. I just don't think they have enough besides Will Fuller and David Johnson. You know. Randall Cobb and who else? That's not going to get it done. I don't think that's going to get it done against Ryan Tannehill and Derrick Henry, the beast, every week, guaranteed to have 20 before. Another one of those guys that's guaranteed to have 20 before he even leaves the locker room. And Ryan Tannehill is just out of nowhere, just a great quarterback now, an elite quarterback. So, you know, I can't bet on him to lose with Derrick Henry and with A.J. Brown playing good again. You know, we got A.J. Brown playing good. My God, it's just everything here to make noise. Like, got planes, trucks, fucking garbage truck. Oh my God, this is might have to redo this one. Maybe I'll keep it. I don't know. Because there's not much to say. I'm just going on instinct here. I love Deshaun Watson. Loved he scored 46 or something crazy. And I traded for Will Fuller. And I know, Will Fuller can beat the Titans. So I know Will Fuller might score some points too. But it's just, I don't think he has enough. It's just instinct-wise to beat Derrick Henry, he's gonna score a ton on the Texans' run defense. And Ryan Tannehill's gonna find A.J. Brown, and he's gonna find guys open. It's just, he's going to. He's gonna find Corey Davis if he's there. They got a good tight end. They got a team. The Titans are the secretive, really good team. They're 4-1. I think they're 4-1, right? And the Texans just aren't as good as them in the end. Deshaun Watson may be better than Tannehill, but David Johnson's not better than Derrick Henry. And the wide receiver cores are pretty darn close. A.J. Brown might be better than Will Fuller. So it's just, and the Titans D is probably better than the Texans D. I gotta say that. So I'm just going with instinct here. The Titans are a better team. They're secretly a really great team that no one's talking about or wants to admit are a great team. No one's talking about because that division's so terrible. The Jaguars, the Colts, that's a terrible division, but no one wants to talk about that. The Titans are shockingly really good. They're 4-1 and just beating teams down, winning every game they should, beating the bad teams, and they contend against really good teams. They almost beat them. They can play really good teams. So the Titans are very quiet, very good team this season. Quietly a great team this season that just aren't on anyone's radar because they're in Tennessee. They're the Tennessee Titans. So they're just not on anyone's radar. No one's talking about them, but they are a good team. And they're going to continue to show that this week against, unfortunately, Deshaun Watson, who's going to play great. He's going to play terrific. David Johnson, I think, scores high teens. And, Will Fuller, I'd start him. But besides that, that's it. But Deshaun Watson will keep proving he's a great quarterback. And unfortunately, I love him, but unfortunately, he's going to lose here. His team just isn't good enough. And Ryan Tannehill and Derrick Henry, the Beast, are just going to be better. They're just... And A.J. Brown has a big game, too. I like A.J. Brown a lot. And he showed he was back and healthy. He's not injured anymore. He's fully healthy. So I like A.J. Brown to have a big game. I like him in daily fantasy. You're already starting him, obviously, in season long. But start him in daily fantasy, too. He's probably pretty cheap. So I like the Titans. No one's talking about them. I like them. They're a great team already this year. They could contend in the AFC. You guys watch at the end of the year. There's always that surprise team no one expected or no one was talking about that gets there. And it was the Titans last year. It might be the Titans again, but they might get farther into the AFC Championship or something. Just watch. They're a team to be reckoned with. You just don't know it yet because they're in Tennessee. But they win and cover this week. The Titans easily beat the Texans. Confidently bet them to win and cover. But bet the under here, actually, because it might be a little bit of an ugly game and a defensive kind of game, but bet the Titans. Titans will win in the end. Sorry, Deshaun Watson. You are better than Tannehill, but Derrick Henry's a beast. Titans win.